Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a content creator. So as a content creator, I think it's best that we learn the history of YouTube. These are the top 10 biggest moments in YouTube history.
15 years ago, on the 23rd of April 2005, the very first video was uploaded to YouTube. So in celebration of the site that's provided us...
See, you wanna know what's really interesting? That video was uploaded in 2005. I was born in 2004.
Top 10 biggest moments in YouTube history. YouTube has given us so many jaw-dropping moments over the last 15 years, so it's always going to be hard to nail them all down. But this list is going to look at the moments that have directly shaped or changed the direction of YouTube, whether that be for the good or bad, and the moments that have had the most impact on society, for better or worse. So starting the list at number 10, Google buys YouTube. After YouTube was only a year into its short life, Google announced in 2006 they'd be buying the video sharing platform for $1.65 billion. The current landscape of YouTube may look very different today had they not purchased the website. Number 9, James Charles and Tati Westbrook. The drama started in April of 2019. James Charles promoted Sugar Bear hair vitamins on his Instagram story. Tati herself has her own vitamin company called Halo Beauty and felt that he had betrayed her by working with one of her biggest competitors. The 43-minute long video gained...
How can you make an exposed video that's 43 minutes long? I don't even want to make videos that are just me reacting to shit 43 minutes long.
7 million views in 1 week.
It did
well. In the upload,
I mean...
Tati claimed that the feud between her and James Charles was not only about advertising, but had also been about his inappropriate sexual history of preying on straight men. As a result, James Charles ate the adpocalypse. The adpocalypse was a term coined by many YouTubers in 2017 after the demonetization, withdrawal and boycott of many brand advertisers. The event had several different stages from 2016 to 2017, but all ended up culminating in huge revenue loss for YouTube and its creators alike. As a result, YouTube started employing a new system where they would use artificial intelligence to decide whether content was ad-appropriate or not. The system continuously to this day still demonetizes videos for no particular reason, and it continues to affect many YouTubers' ad revenue. It cost the lives of many channels who are unable to survive the
we don't give a shit about
policies.
so.
The changes made to YouTube as a result of the adpocalypse are still felt even to this day. Number 7, Gangnam Style. Uploaded on the 15th of July 2012, the K-pop song took the word viral to a whole new level. After its first day on YouTube, it gained 500,000 views. However, what happened over the next few months would cement Gangnam Style's place in history. The song's incredibly over-the-top video proved a huge hit online. Psy's dance, however, was the real winner. By September, Gangnam Style was averaging over 6 million views a day.
It's really crazy how just one video can completely change the whole website. Gangnam Style was definitely the first
Eventually, Gangnam Style would go on to break the YouTube view counter once it surpassed over 2 billion views. This prompted the site to increase and change its view counter limit to 9 quintillion. While K-pop was huge in its own right, efforts to cross over to the American market had failed up until then. Views on K-pop videos tripled on YouTube in the immediate aftermath of Gangnam Style being released. Without a doubt, Gangnam Style can arguably be considered...
Why does it keep saying it like that? It's Gangnam Style. Gangnam, it's not... See, am I wrong about this? Let's hear.
Gangnam Style...
It's Gangnam Style. Gangnam, right? Is it?
It was responsible for truly opening up the American market to K-pop. Number 6, Logan
I never
Paul,
really considered Gangnam Style.
In January of 2018, Logan Paul
K-pop.
uploaded a video that was part of his Tokyo adventure vlogs. However, a segment during the video showed the body of a man who had taken his own life in a forest in Japan that's synonymous with suicide. It put YouTube in the spotlight once again, only a year after it was slowly recovering from the adpocalypse. Paul, at this moment in time, was one of the most hated people on the globe. YouTube announced shortly afterwards that it would drop Logan Paul from the Google Preferred Advertising program and shelved his YouTube Red original series. Then as a result, YouTube revised its policies across the site on channels being monetized. Tighter thresholds for the partner program were announced. Channels now had to meet the criteria of having at least 4,000 hours of watch time in the past 12 months and at least 1,000 subscribers in order to qualify for monetizing. Arguably the most infamous moment to come out of YouTube since its inception. It not only managed to change YouTube's policies, but it reached most of the headlines around the world. Number
He bounced
5,
back
the
though.
H3H3 lawsuit. In late April of 2016, YouTuber Matt Hoss filed a civil action against Ethan and Ela Klein of H3H3 Productions. Hoss alleged copyright infringement for H3H3's reaction video to Hoss's upload Bold Guy vs Parkour Girl. H3H3's upload, titled We're Being Sued, picked up millions of views in a very short period of time. The fundraiser raised almost $170,000, receiving large donations from notable creators including PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye and Justin Roiland. The lawsuit continued on for over a year, and on August 23rd, 2017, Ethan and Ela announced that they had won the lawsuit. This moment was hugely significant for the whole future landscape of YouTube regarding fair use protection. Number 4, copper. In April 2018, YouTube were found to be in violation of the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, often abbreviated as...
I do not
YouTube
remember
reached a
this.
settlement of $170 million with the Federal Trade Commission for allegedly violating the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. This meant YouTube's ad-targeted system was no longer legal on anyone who might be under the age of 30. It means that the channel owners can be sued if this system is abused. Crucially though, those lawsuits will fall entirely on a channel owner rather than on YouTube itself. The changes that YouTube have brought in as a result of copper are still relatively new, and therefore we don't quite know the long-term effects just yet. The reality is that this is a game changer for the whole site and potentially a huge moment in shaping the future of YouTube.
Okay, so they were in violation of child policy protection. Okay.
Hugely successful so far. YouTube boxing has opened up a whole new avenue for the site to tap into professional sports in the mainstream media.
KSI versus Logan Paul is the most iconic, one of the most iconic fights, and it's not even up for discussion at this
KSI
point.
and Logan Paul were able to achieve something for YouTube that had never been done before.
Never.
To bridge the gap between the mainstream media and those who were able to see the true potential of what YouTube influencers could bring to the table, and they did not disappoint.
If you guys want to see me react to KSI versus Swarms, let me know.
Fight promoter Eddie Hearn, KSI versus Logan Paul 2 sold more pay-per-views than the World Heavyweight Clash between Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz Jr. The fact that two of the biggest stars of YouTube evolved. For this reason, the YouTube boxing feud between KSI and Logan Paul absolutely makes the list of one of the biggest moments in the history of the site. Number 2, Team Trees. Team Trees was a joint fundraising initiative led by YouTubers Mr. Beast and Mark Rober. The project's fundraising target was to raise $20 million before the end of 2020. The donations went to the Arbor Day Foundation, a tree planting organisation that pledged to plant one tree for every US dollar donated. The project in the end raised well over $20 million, surpassing the original target. Team Trees overall is the biggest fundraiser to ever come out of YouTube, and more than anything else, showed that when the community galvanized together, it has the power to impact the whole world, and that is quite special. Lastly, at
Powerful
number 1,
message.
PewDiePie versus T-Series. The rivalry between the two began when T-Series' subscriber count began to near PewDiePie's in late 2018. While we all know the outcome in the end, the twists and turns and crazy things that happened as a result of the 100 million subscriber battle will never be forgotten. Perhaps above all else, it directly resulted in over 80 million people subscribing to either PewDiePie or T-Series. Nothing before, or likely ever will again, result in the movement of so many people becoming involved in one single event on YouTube.
It's honestly insane to think that there were so many people that wanted PewDiePie to win that battle just for him to, you know, not. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. My socials are going to be down below. Thank you.